What's up, friends? Dr. Jaydee Romick here, Doctor of Physical Therapy, coming to talk to you about the best exercises for pregnancy and postpartum. Right now we're going to go over my top 5 exercises for low back and pelvic pain. Come and join me. Our first exercise is called a bird dog. It's a very basic exercise that most people should be doing, but especially if you're pregnant and postpartum. So you're going to get on all fours. You're going to take your opposite hand and opposite leg out, balance, trying not to extend too much through your low back, but staying nice and stable, switching every other repetition. Try to maintain good balance, squeeze your glute or your butt muscle in the back while maintaining stability. You can modify by either taking out the hand movements or the feet movements and just starting with one. You can also increase the intensity by hooking a band around your opposite hand, opposite foot, bringing the band inside the legs and extending, doing 10 on each side. Our next exercise are called quadruped kick outs, also known as fire hydrants. We're going to add a band around the bottom of our knees. So right below your kneecap, put the band. We're going to go into our quadruped position, hands and knees. You're going to take your first leg, right or left, and you're going to kick out to the side, 10 repetitions. Trying hard not to lift your pelvis and try to stay nice and stable. Your leg may not get very high, and that's okay. If your band is too heavy, you can go lighter. If your band is too light, go heavier. If you're not fatigued after 10, get a heavier band. Then repeat on the opposite side. Our next exercise are called quadruped kick backs. So you're going to use the same band that we used in our quadruped kicks to the side or in our fire hydrants. The band goes below the knees, hands and knees, and you're going to kick your heel and your leg straight back. Kicking up and then back in for 10 repetitions. Try not to arch your back or dip your low back. Keep your tummy nice and stable, core engaged. After you do 10 repetitions on one, switch knees, 10 repetitions on the other. If you're not tired by the end of the workout, get a heavier band. If you can't get your leg up to 90 degrees, get a lighter band. Keep your core engaged, squeezing from your butt. The next exercise for low back and pelvic strength are glute bridges with a band. And I want you to use the heaviest band you can tolerate. I've got this thick one on. It doesn't move a whole lot, so if you want to use a really thick, heavy elastic band, go for it. So you're going to lie on your back. We can also modify by getting up onto a box with our back in case you have a little acid reflux or if you're farther along in your pregnancy. So you're going to go down to your back. You're going to push your knees out into the band, lift your glutes up, squeeze, sit back down and touch, and come back up. You don't want to rest a long time on the ground. You might be feeling a little bit of pain in your pelvis. A little bit is okay because you're going to be strengthening some of those muscles that are finding some new space or trying to relocate to support your pelvic floor. And I also want you to incorporate each time you go up a little Kegel. We're going to do a modified glute bridge. So if you're feeling any acid reflux or you're uncomfortable getting on the ground doing a glute bridge, you can put your back on either a box, a bench, something that's soft that will support your back, but also firm enough that you can push some weight against. You're going to put the band around your knees, spread your legs out wide, squeeze your butt, come on up. Then you're going to sit your butt down, come up and squeeze. Sit your butt down, come up and squeeze. If you want to make it harder, you can put a dumbbell on your hips or a weight on your hips. Just make sure the belly's protected and that you're not going to roll over the belly. Keep the core engaged, squeeze. Keep the knees pushing out. You should feel the burn through your entire glute. The next exercise to support the pelvis and the low back are called ball squeezes. We're going to do this while lying on the ground with a flat back. If this is uncomfortable, you can also modify by putting your back up on a bench or a box. So you're going to start with the ball between your knees, You're gonna lie down on your back. Keep your back flat on the ground and start by performing a Kegel or a Kegel. Bring that pelvic floor in, engage the abdominals, squeeze the ball in for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, rest. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, rest. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, rest. You should start feeling it in your inner thighs all the way up to your pubic bone. And you should also feel it in your core muscles on the side if you're flattening your back well enough on the floor. All right, friends, so those are my top 5 exercises for strengthening the hips and the low back during pregnancy. So if you'd like to see more videos, make sure you're following all of our social media channels. We're on Google, we're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. So make sure you're following all of our pages for more great content like this. If it encourages you, please share on whatever platform that you are comfortable sharing, just so we can bring more value and more good content to you, especially to support my pregnant community out there. We'd love to bring and add more value to your day.